Now, something very serious. 13 days after vanishing, there has been unconfirmed sightings of an Australian man missing in Rio, but unfortunately for the family, it may come to nothing.
When 25-year-old Aussie traveller Rye Hunt vanished, leaving his backpacks, cameras and a computer in a Copacabana apartment on May 21st, his family had good reason to be worried. Over the last 2 decades, at least 92,000 people have disappeared in Rio de Janeiro. Studies have shown that most cases are shelved with little or no investigation.
There's a lot of red tape. You know, we're dealing with 2 different countries and a significant time difference and a very significant language barrier.
But now, almost 2 weeks after his disappearance, there are unconfirmed reports that Rye Hunt has been sighted. Brazilian authorities say they've spent 2 days searching an island about 1 kilometre off the coast of Copacabana after a fisherman reported seeing a man who claimed to be Australian and had swum to the island. Local police have also said they have information that Rye may have been suffering a psychotic episode after consuming drugs at a party.
They started to think that people were chasing them and they were thrown out of the party.
What we don't know is what impact is that on a person's mental health when they might feel like they're almost being hunted or tracked down in order to bring them home.
Rye's family, who have raised $46,000 to help find him, are treating news of his sighting with caution. We are hopeful but understandably cautious of these reports. This information has not come via our official channels. We await news from Australian authorities. And our own government is saying the sighting is unconfirmed. We remain hopeful that Mr Hunt will be found safe and well, but continue to hold concerns for his safety.
Our hypothesis is that if he is alive and has not yet made contact with his family, he has not yet returned to his full mental state.
It's a story a lot of people are talking about. You know, in the office today I heard lots of people talking about it, and I can see why. It's interesting, you know. Has he been found? Was he swimming to an island? Yeah. You know, what happened to him before he, left the airport? But the issue is, it's tricky, I think, as the media, because reporting on unconfirmed reports can be dangerous for the investigation and also devastating for the family as well, waiting for news. And we've heard from the Missing Persons Action Network. They put out a statement today saying, Rye's family's right to be cautious at this stage. Being hopeful is helpful, but it's important to be wary. You know, the letdown can be devastating if there's too much invested in hearsay. And even one of Rye's friends contacted us today saying, we woke up to the news that Rye had been found, if you followed the headlines, and now he's gone again. So I think you have to be very careful in what you report in a situation like this.
False hope would really be horrible.
Absolutely.
So what do you think the ethical thing to do is? Do you think media should just not report on those unconfirmed reports?
Isn't there a tactic to kind of, get the word out?
But you're getting the word out.
But see, Marlene, if there's reports that he's landed on this island, go to the island first, try to find him. If you don't find him, then there's no headline.
Trying to spread the word that there is a sighting?
Pass it on to the authorities and let them...
I guess I'm talking about the authorities.
I don't know, but I kind of feel like the danger for me, apart from the false hope issue, which is a very serious one, by the way...
Absolutely, and you'd hope they're getting counselling and support during that time.
But apart from that, if you start whipping up all this stuff, was he here and was he over there, don't you compromise the investigation?
Distract police from the...
Don't they start getting a whole lot of false positives? People say, yeah, I saw that guy was over there, and they're only saying that because of some report over here that turns out to be false.
I guess the thing is you got to listen to the authorities, not...
Yeah, but they're listening to people reporting things based... I don't know.
I mean, just let's hope there is some weight, there is some truth in this confirmed sighting for the family's sake.